In my previous videos, we've looked at the soul as a being of light that sits behind the forehead and is the driver of the vehicle called a body. Today I'd like to look at the Supreme Soul, and in particular, one aspect which I think stopped me from having a deep experience in meditation of the Supreme, and that is the idea that somehow God is omnipresent or everywhere. Wherever you are, chances are right now, there are radio waves for your local radio stations all around you. Now, if you choose to tune in, you can get that signal. But the radio waves are all around, all the time. And I think it's the same with the Supreme Being. The peace and love and happiness coming from God can be experienced anywhere, whether I'm in Antarctica or North America, anywhere in the universe. The transmitter, just like a radio, is in one place. And this meditation, we're going to take ourselves outside of our body and to a dimension of light beyond matter. This dimension of light has been remembered as nirvana, or it's sometimes called the soul world. So we can take ourselves to the source, to the point source of supreme, divine peace and love and happiness. And we can remember the Supreme as a light, star-like form, just like us. Now, we forget who we are. We get trapped in the consciousness of the body and we lose our self-awareness. But the difference between the soul and the Supreme Soul is the Supreme Soul never loses the self-awareness of spirit. And we can connect with the Supreme and recharge the battery of our soul. Enjoy.
I start by bringing my thoughts into the very present second. I just let go of the past, and I let go of any thoughts about the future, and I relax my body, my feet, my legs, my hands and my arms. I relax my middle and my upper body. I relax my shoulders and neck, and my head and my face. I turn my thoughts inwards and imagine I'm tracing a journey back to the very starting point of my consciousness. If I could imagine a line going through the center of my third eye chakra and a line going through the center of my crown chakra, where those two lines meet, I imagine that's where my original eternal self sits as pure consciousness. And as pure consciousness, I become free from the distractions of my physical senses, free from the past. I imagine my inner self as a being of light, like a tiny, tiny star, infinitely small, radiating peace. In this place, centered within my own being, I remember an ancient relationship. My relationship with the mother and father of my soul. A being of light, just like me. I take on bodies and forget who I am, but the Supreme never forgets who He is. And as I continue to detach from my physical form, I find myself attracted to a dimension of light beyond matter, the home of the soul, a world without any physical limits, a dimension beyond space and time, remembered often as nirvana, a golden red light. I imagine merging into the light of the most beautiful sunset I've ever seen. I leave the world behind on this pilgrimage of remembering the home of the soul, and I melt into this light, attracted by a very deep, a very beautiful relationship, my relationship with the Supreme, universal, divine source of love and peace and deep inner joy. I remember myself as a star of light, suspended in an ocean of light. And I just feel the presence of another being who is so loving, so pure, so wise. This being knows me even better than I know myself. I let go of everything else and allow myself just to feel light and the love of this friendship. Waves of peace and love are coming to me from this source, who is a star of light just like me. And this star is complete, eternally full, always generous. It's like I'm sunbathing in this gorgeous, divine energy, recharging the battery of my soul, filling up with light and love and peace. All around me there is light. There are no horizons, there is an eternal ocean of peace. And I'm with the Supreme Being. It was like a very old friend, and my mother and father all in one. All the broken pieces of my soul are brought back together in this friend's light. I love this soul and this soul loves me. I am content. I stay in this light as long as I like now, and when I'm ready I can just float back to my body and sit back behind the controls and go out into the world to share this light. Om Shanti.